You're getting ready to go to Birmingham to face Pitt, and obviously you guys have gotten into their film. Give me a thumbnail sketch of their receivers. What do you see when you look at the Pittsburgh receivers on tape?
They offense really like to use their receivers out of play action a lot, and they have a lot of big tight ends and a lot of big receivers and two small ones that are kind of fast, but they really want to use their run a lot to set up their pass, so it's a lot of play action stuff, a lot of comeback routes, and a lot of streaks. So big guys, physical guys.
All right, in practice you go against guys like Cole Beasley, Darius Johnson, smaller, shiftier guys. Does that concern you in terms of preparing for these big guys you're going to see from Pitt?
Not really, because working with smaller guys, you got to work technique a lot. Because if you come out your break slow, they're going to get back to the ball faster than you. And if you turn your hips the wrong way, they're going to run right by you. So I think it helps a lot with just staying in your back pedal and trusting technique a lot. So it's a lot of what the coaches preach, working against little receivers. And bigger receivers, they like to body you up a little bit more. But when you get your separation using your technique, it's like they can't use their body against you.
Pitt traditionally they run the ball a lot. They got a big physical offensive line. From your position as a corner, is it harder to stay on your receiver on every play knowing that the ball's going to be run more often than not?
Kind of, because you want to stick your head in there a couple times, and they're a running team, so they're going to get the ball moving with the run game, and you kind of feel at all times that you can help to come down and put your head in there in the run, but you gotta keep your eyes on your receiver, because that's when they're gonna do that play action. And it's some big guys, so if you gotta get beat, they're just gonna throw the ball up and jump ball with it. So you want to be in best position as you can. So I think that kind of keeps your head just, hey, I don't want to be the one getting snagged on by this receiver, so just gotta stay with him.
Would you prefer to play a team that throws the ball 40, 50 times a game and you can chase receivers for the ball on every play, or do you like playing both sides against the run and the pass?
I like feeling for the run, but I mean, whenever I could get the ball, more chances to touch the ball, I love it being a DB, because every DB wants to go back and play offense. So.
All right, in practice today, you were talking trash to guys on the opposite field, which I don't think I'd ever seen before. And obviously, these are your friends and your teammates and guys you know. Give me a little idea, how much are you talking during games, and how hard do you expect to talk less when you're seeing receivers you don't know? You know the guys that you face every week in Conference USA, but will you be just as talkative against Pitt as you are against everybody else on your normal schedule?
I think in practice it becomes you talk a lot outside of practice, because these are guys you're with a lot, so I'm around them outside of practice and everything. So of course I'm going to talk a lot ahead against these guys. But the other receivers is just like a competition thing, and when you get out there, you want to compete. And most of the time, they're talking head back because they feel that they're better than you. So it just keeps going.
So that's part of the battle when you see an opponent each week, is winning the war of words. Does that really? How much does that contribute to winning the war on the field?
I feel if you win the field, you're gonna win the talking, because I mean, how much can you say when you're not winning on the field? So I feel the more head I'm talking on the field, that must mean that I'm winning something. So.
Are you the most talkative DB on the team in games?
In games, I probably say either Banjo or Richard. Banjo talks a lot because he's down around the pile, so he talks to to receivers, backers, everybody. He's talking head to anybody, sideline, so he doesn't care. And Rich talks a lot. This year, I think he's talking a lot more. I noticed that, but I'm more of a just talking to a guy that I'm guarding a lot.
So on the offense, when you go 11 on 11 in practice, who talks the most back at you guys?
Talks the most back, probably to me, would be either Bees or DJ, because I hang with those guys a lot, so it's kind of a competition thing. And Bees is just a funny guy, so he's just making more jokes, and me and DJ got a little competition going on.
So it's more about being funny than being mean and insulting to the guys. When you get back into the games, are you trying to be funny?
Games are insulting.
Is anything off limits?
Nothing's off limits in games. In games, anything can be said. Practice is more joking, and with some guys, I just want to compete more, so I think I get a better compete. You can compete more, when it's kind of personal. If somebody's talking head, you want to try to get back at them. So I think it just helps. It brings out the competition in practice, and we need that in practice. But in games, it's just all personal, trying to get into somebody's head. So anything, it's fair game.